I burned £2,000 on Facebook ads faster than I burned rotis. Now, I'm not even joking, literally watched my bank account drain while I sat there just refreshing the Amazon FBA dashboard like I was going to magically start printing money. Meanwhile, there were people out there making $4 million a year with 0 employees, 0 inventory and 0 ad spend. Yeah, you heard that right, $4 million. So here's what we're covering today. Why one-person businesses are literally the smartest move you can make as a Muslim entrepreneur. How to start without investing your life savings, and why you should absolutely not quit your day job yet. Akhi, I'm serious about that. We're talking about building halal wealth through content creation and digital products. And I'm going to show you exactly how people are doing this right now. Look, I used to think Amazon FBA was the answer to everything. Everyone and their uncle was talking about it. Literally, like people would just be talking about it all the time when I went out. But here's what nobody tells you. You're spending months learning seller platforms. It's quite complicated. You're burning cash on ads, and you have to deal with tax complications that make your head spin. And then every consultant wants £3,000 minimum just to get you started. £3,000. That's like my wife's elaborate Eid outfit budget, like maybe even 2 Eids if we're being honest. But then I discovered something that completely changed my perspective. There are people building one-person businesses. We're talking about a Ford Hajj every year type of money. As solo entrepreneurs, they're pulling in millions annually. Take Justin Welsh, for example. This guy generates $4.15 million in annual revenue with 86% profit margin, 0 employees, just him and organic growth. Now, if you scroll through LinkedIn instead of doom scrolling TikTok for the 47th time today, come on, we've all been there, you find people making £10,000 monthly selling digital products, online coaching, and just other sort of courses. Things that require way less startup capital than my wife's Eid outfit planning. And trust me, that's a whole financial operation in itself. But here's what makes these businesses different. They're not about picking the right product and hoping that it works. They're about building an audience, real people who trust you, and creating long-term wealth through that authentic connection. These businesses prioritize lifestyle and freedom, which is exactly what we need as Muslims, trying to balance our dunya, which is like this life, with the akhirah, which is the afterlife. You want to make Jummah on time? You can. You don't want to miss a salah for a meeting? You don't have to. That's the beauty of this model. Here's the thing that nobody talks about. You don't need a fortune to start a one-person business. But focusing on audience building, content creation, and selling digital products, you can literally run everything from your smartphone. I'm not even exaggerating. Your phone is more powerful than the computers that sent people to the moon. We need to be using it. And let me tell you about my online shop disaster. I threw £2,000 at ads, money that disappeared quicker than baklava at an Eid gathering. And if you've been to an Eid gathering, at your local family's house, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Blink and it is gone. The problem with paid advertising, you need to burn through serious cash before getting enough data to see what actually works. It's like you're paying for the privilege of learning of what doesn't work just by burning through, thousands of pounds. Instead, focus on organic growth. Build an audience and sell them digital products. It's about authentic connection over flashy advertising. And here's the beautiful part. If you want, you can use profits from your one-person business to invest in bigger things later on. Take Dan Coe, for example. He's now been investing heavily in his app called Cortex, which I believe he's renaming to Eden and kind of revamping everything. But he started by selling digital products. It's similar to how people learn the Quran and then eventually become a Hafiz, which is someone that's memorized the Quran. You build your foundation and then you expand. You don't jump straight into memorizing all 30 juz in one day. That's not how it works. And the juz is like one of the chapters, and each one of those is like pretty big. And you don't need a whole corporate team either. Handle everything yourself initially and then outsource specific tasks when needed, like hiring someone to edit your YouTube videos while you focus on content creation. That's smart delegation, not trying to build an empire from day one. Now, this is important. Don't quit your day job yet. I'm serious about this. Run your one-person business as a side hustle. Quitting your job immediately is riskier than eating at a questionable biryani place in East London. You know the one. Everyone's gone to that spot where you're like, shall I really trust this? But you're hungry and it's cheap and you just take the risk. Don't do that with your income. I'm building my business on the side because if I can't figure it out part-time, How will I ever manage when it's my only income source? That's like expecting to memorize Surah Baqarah, which is like the biggest surah in the Quran, overnight. It's 286 verses. That's not happening overnight. It's unrealistic and stressful. You're just setting yourself up for failure. Look at college students crushing it online. They're creating YouTube videos and selling study guides while maintaining the top grades. Mashallah, these kids are smart. They're not trying to replace their education. They're creating extra income streams, and that's a smart move. Your day job gives you stability while you build. It takes the pressure off. You're not desperate for every sale because you've got rent to pay. You can experiment, you can fail, you can learn, all without the stress of wondering how you're going to eat the next month. Plus, and this is real talk, content creation is your best path to a successful one-person business, period. You're building an audience that trusts your judgment because they're connected with you over time. It's like how you go to your regular chai place because uncle is so consistent, same quality every single time. You don't even think about going anywhere else. That's what you're building with content creation. When you're ready to sell products and services, your audience already knows you, likes you and trusts you. They'll buy from you faster than people grab the last samosa at iftar. And if you've ever been at a community iftar, you know that's lightning fast. The creator economy is worth $104 billion and it's expected to double soon. That's more growth potential than most traditional industries. This isn't about a fad. This is the future of work. Now here's the action plan. Find successful content creators in your space and study their top performing content and products. Nobody has completely original ideas. The whole entire online world is just a remixing of things and ideas and concepts and content, and that's totally fine. You're not copying, you're learning what works and adding your own unique perspective, which is absolutely key. The research phase is crucial. You need to understand what actually resonates with your people before you start creating. It's like studying the Quran but with tasfir, which is like the meaning and understanding behind the Quran. And you're not just reading the words, you understand the context, the meaning, the why behind it all. But here is where it gets really good. One of the most authentic ways to build a business is solving your own problems. I was struggling with staying focused and consistent on working to become a content creator, like really struggling. I'd sit down to work and suddenly remember I need to check if my car insurance is due, or maybe I should reorganize my desk. So I developed some strategies to help me work consistently on my business every single day. That's a perfect course idea right there. I solved my own problem and now I can help others solve the same problem too. When I started my YouTube channel, I noticed many creators complaining about expensive video editors. Quality editing was costing people more than their monthly grocery budget. That became another course idea, teaching people how to get cheap YouTube editors from across the world. Now, selling might feel uncomfortable initially. We've taught to be humble, not pushy, but here's the truth. Selling is essential for maintaining motivation and actually helping people solve their problems. If you're generally solved the problem and created something valuable, you're doing people a disservice by not telling them about it and selling them your service or product. Email newsletters have become my new obsession. Some of these contain more valuable insights than entire university courses. I'm not even exaggerating. I've learned more from quality newsletters than I did in some of my actual classes, and I actually went to those classes most of the time. Here's why email is so powerful. An email list gives you complete control over your audience communication. You're not dependent on algorithm changes that happen more frequently than my wife buying a new pair of brown boots, and trust me, that's pretty frequent. The Instagram algorithm changed 3 times just this month. 3 times. Once you build authority through valuable content, you can promote relevant products or courses to subscribers who are already invested in your journey. Email subscribers convert better than social media followers. That's just facts, Habibi. The numbers don't lie. Think about it this way. When someone gives you their email address, they say, yeah, I want to hear from you directly. That's a much stronger commitment than following you on Instagram when they might see your post if the algorithm feels genuine enough that day. Plus, you own your email list. Instagram could shut down tomorrow. Unlikely, but technically possible, and you lose all your followers. But your email list, that's yours. You can take it anywhere. That's a real security in building your business. Start simple. Pick a topic you're knowledgeable about and share valuable insights weekly. Be consistent. That's the key. Don't send 5 emails one week and then ghost your subscribers for a month. That's worse than a friend who only calls when they need something. So let's bring this all together. One person's businesses aren't just trend. They're the smartest path to building halal wealth while maintaining the lifestyle and freedom that matters to us as Muslims. We're talking about businesses you can start without massive capital, run as a side hustle until they're stable, and build it through authentic content creation. The formula is actually pretty straightforward. Create valuable content, build an audience that trusts you, solve problems you've personally faced, and communicate directly through email. You're not trying to hack the system or find some secret shortcut. You're building real relationships with real people who benefit what you create. The video watching right now, this is part of my own one-person business journey. I'm documenting everything, the wins, the failures, and the moments when I questioned whether I should have just listened to my aunties and just become a doctor. You know how it is. Every family gathering, you know how it was. Every family gathering, there's that one auntie who's like, Beta, why are you not doing medicine? Meanwhile, I'm over here building a business that lets me pray Zuhur on time and never miss Jummah. But here's what I know for sure. Building a business that aligns with your values, gives you freedom to prioritize what matters, like never missing salah for a meeting, and creates genuine value for others. That's not just a business goal, that's a life goal. The creative economy is growing faster than almost any other industry. People are making real money. We're talking about a full Hajj every year type of money by sharing their knowledge and solving problems. And the best part, you can start today, right now. Not next week when you feel more ready. Not next month when you've done more research. Today. If you found value in this video, please join my email newsletter, The Muslim Solopreneur. The link will be in the description, and you'll be able to follow along this journey because I'm going to keep documenting everything I learn about building a one-person's business as a Muslim entrepreneur. And here's my question for you. Drop it in the comments. What's your biggest challenge in starting a one-person business? Is it fear of failure, not knowing where to start, worried about what your family will think? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one and it helps me create better content that actually addresses what you're struggling with. Barakallah feek, and I'll see you in the next one.